Good afternoon, good afternoon again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We are going back to that horrible world known as the JRC, but before we do the usual disclaimers, if you are unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic, a small non for profit started by autistics for autistics. In it, they interviewed over 800 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC so called behavior modification program. The Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read that article so much. They threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic refused. You know the drill. Please read the article. Share on all your social media. Also included is NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding just in case the JRC ever does see through with their threat. All right, folks, trigger warning one. When we discuss places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center or Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please use your headphones. Trigger warning 2, this channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We use profanity on occasion and speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and they are watching this, very obviously parental supervision is very much advised. Now, also warning, allergies are killing me, so just be prepared for that, Comment 62. One commenter argues that the proposed ban would constitute a violation of the substantive due process rights of parents at the JRC, arguing that parents have a fundamental right to choose ESD treatment for their children and that the ban is not narrowly tailored to serve a compelling government interest. For the love of God. Okay, so I already gave you this argument during one of the other videos, but let me bring this case up to you once again because this actually happened towards the last few years that I was in high school out here in Missouri. Let me make it plain for you. In a situation where a child is at risk, in particular, the Christian Science case that was everywhere back then. And what that case was about was that the child came into an ER and they were horrifically sick. And that if they did not receive medical intervention, they were likely to pass away. The parents point blank refused medical treatment because of religious grounds, because they don't believe in the intervention of medicine. We're going to pray it away, right? This particular case set a precedent, folks. That precedent is if the child is at risk, the state or the federal government does have a right to step in and supersede the parental rights when the child is at risk. Okay? The precedent has already been set for this. All right? Since then, there have been dozens of pseudoscience cases, extreme faith cases, all over the place with similar circumstances, which means in these particular cases, when the child is at risk of substantial harm, the federal government or the state government does have the right to intervene on the behalf of the child when the parent refuses to act within the best interest of said child. Okay? But those parents should have the right to choose torture for their children. Okay, let's use another argument. JRC parents, let's talk about a more classic, traditional child abuse situation. Let's say that parent decides, for whatever reason, that beating the hell out of their kid is proper medical treatment for ADHD. I've seen such horrifying cases, unfortunately, in my capacity when I worked in Missouri Department of Mental Health. More than once. More than once. Now, is that parents' parental rights more important than protecting that child? State and federal law says no. You can cry violation of parental rights all you want to. But in situations like this, especially in regards to the JRC, when we know not only what that device can do, but what that device has done. If your parent is signing away and allowing someone to use the exact same device that we can prove beyond a shadow of the doubt caused second and third degree burns all over the body of Andre McCollins and shocked him into literally a catatonic stupor that it took him 2 months to get out of, then the feds and the state 100% have a right to intervene on the behalf of the child. Okay? And during such situations, when we're going to put it out here, when it's a abuse and torture situation that we are talking about here, I don't mince words. We're going to call it what it is. It is barbaric, horrific torture. In such situations, the state and the feds are 100% within their rights to supersede the so-called parental rights of the parents in order to protect the child, since the parents not only refuse to, but are signing them up for this insanity. Okay? There has been case after case, precedent after precedent in regards to this, especially since the rise of the insanity of the anti-vax movement. Okay? This is not an argument here. Your parent should be able to choose torture for you isn't an argument. Let me say that for the kids in the back. Your parents have every right to choose a human shock collar for treatment for you is not an argument. It is factually incorrect. It is lawfully incorrect. And that is why there's literally, along with the Disability Bill of Rights, the Child Bill of Rights as well, in regards to medical care. Okay? We need to stop with all parents, especially parents of disabled kids, are all special and want just what's best for their kids. Because at the end of the day, folks, just like neurotypical kids have some deadbeat parents, so do we. Some of us have extreme narcissists for parents who simply had us to fill a special quota almost. Okay? We're tag-alongs. We might as well be their new purse. And in situations where we're not the perfect child, well, then they want to throw us away like we're a discarded toy. All right? Don't tell me you haven't seen it, because I know you have. In situation where a child's health is at risk, the feds and the state have the right to directly intervene when the child is at risk. They have a right to suspend parental rights to make those decisions when those parents prove that they are incapable of making the right decisions considering their child's treatment and health. That is a precedent that, especially over the last 20 and 30 years, have been well established numerous times. This isn't an argument. This is a toddler throwing a temper tantrum and trying to make themselves sound adult by using big words they don't understand. We're going to go ahead and close out on that one, folks. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few we do get do tend to get removed from time to time, so you know the drill. Please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and please don't forget to hit the comments. I appreciate your time. And as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea do hope you have a good one. I'll see you all again here in a few seconds. Bye-bye, everyone.